everything you need to know about the Hyliion merger day. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. I got the clothing line to prove it. And today we're going to be speaking about the very exciting Hyliion. So just yesterday we got this very exciting form. Hyliion's DEFM 14A, and essentially what that is, it is their definitive proxy statement in regards to the merger. You may remember in some of our past videos we've gone through some of their provisional proxy statements. That's where we were able to find information about the merger. That's where we realized the merger was more than likely going to happen this month, and here we are, guys. It is all coming to fruition. So there's also a few more things worth speaking about in this particular form, so of course we'll get to that, and we'll also speak about my position, you know, if I'm buying more of this company, what I potentially think we could get to price wise in the very near future, and just a few little bits and pieces along the way. So right before we get into the video, guys, can I please ask you to hit that juicy like button, as it really does help me in the channel out. I would appreciate you massively. If you're new around here, what are you waiting for, my friend? Hit that juicy red subscribe button and join the family. And please do drop me a comment down below. Let me know where you stand on Hyliion right now. If you're invested, how much you are up, because I know some people are up massive on this one. It is currently my best performing company by far, as I have a cost basis of $20.98, so it's been a fun journey. I just wish I bought more shares. But anyway, guys, into the video. So first things first, yesterday we went up 5.86%, and to be completely honest with you guys, I actually thought this was quite underwhelming. It's been a weird 5 days, okay? At one stage we were up 46%, we had came down a lot, now we're back up over 33% in 5 trading days. On the last month, I mean, things get mental. We're up well over 150%. So just yesterday was when this news came out, and don't get me wrong, 5.86% is nothing to sneeze at, especially considering what we've gone up so far. Especially when we see what the market did yesterday. The Nasdaq yet again was down 4%, the Dow Jones 2.25%, and the S&P over 2.75%. I mean, it was another horrific day in the market. If it wasn't for Hyliion and Workhorse, I would have been feeling some pain yesterday. We can see today's pre-market is looking a lot better. So all in all, yesterday was okay. I will be very surprised if we don't get a green day today. I mean, very surprised. Now, one thing I want to make clear from the start, you see a headline like this: Tortoise Acquisition now expected to formalize its merger with Hyliion on the 28th of September. That does not mean that the merger is happening and is going to go through on the 28th of September. On the 28th of September, and more than likely the 29th of September, on your app, your trading app, you're still going to see Tortoise Acquisition Corp. You're still going to see SHLL. The merger more than likely won't go through that quickly. Now, it could be the 29th, it could be the 30th, it could even be the following week. Usually with SPACs, it happens very quickly. In general with SPACs, this year at least, we've seen it happen literally the next day. Why I think it could take ever so slightly longer is predominantly this. So we actually go and start having a look into the 14A SEC filing. This here is the first thing we have to read. Dear stockholders of Tortoise Acquisition Corp, you are cordially invited to attend the special meeting of stockholders of Tortoise Acquisition Corp, which will be held at 9:30 AM Eastern Time on September 28, 2020 via live webcast. You go sign up, blah blah blah. At the special meeting, Tortoise Corp stockholders will be asked to consider and vote upon the following proposals. Now, before we even get into them, I want you to notice there is quite a few votes going on. A lot of the time there won't be. There will literally just be the vote on the merger going through or not, and for that reason it can go through pretty much immediately. But the fact that we see so many different things going on, it would lead me to believe it may take an extra day or two. But at the end of the day, who cares? Especially if you're somebody like me who's already been in these guys for months and months. I mean, I don't care if I have to wait a week or even 2 weeks. If I know that this is definitely happening, that is all that matters to me. So the first thing we have to vote on, which really is the most important thing, is this: the business combination proposal. To consider and vote upon a proposal to A, approve and adopt the business combination agreement and plan of reorganization dated as of June 18, 2020 among Tortoise Corp, Shell Merger Sub Inc., a Delaware corporation and wholly owned subsidiary of Tortoise Corp, and Hyliion Inc. Pursuant to which merger Sub will merge with and into Hyliion, with Hyliion surviving the merger as a wholly owned subsidiary of Tortoise Corp. And B, approve such merger and other transactions contemplated by the business combination agreement. I know it's a lot of words, that doesn't say very much. All you need to know is that this is when the merger is getting voted on. I mean, it's happening, you know what I mean? It's not like anybody is going to vote against this happening. If they do, there will be very, very very few people doing so, in my opinion. I mean, look at the last month. We have seen people flooding into this company. They're not flooding into the company to vote against a merger with Hyliion. They're flooding into it because they want the merger to happen. So it is essentially confirmed, in my opinion, that this merger will happen sometime between September 29th and let's just say the first week of October at any stage. In my opinion though, it'll be on the quicker end of things. Now there are a number of other things that need to be spoken about as well in this filing. The charter proposals, okay? The authorized share charter proposal to increase the number of authorized shares of Tortoise Corp's Class A common stock from 200 million shares to 250 million shares. Quite a few more shares there, people. So the director classification charter proposal to reclassify the board of directors, that's standard. Now the additional charter proposal to eliminate provisions in the charter relating to Tortoise Corp's initial business combination that will no longer be applicable to Tortoise Corp following the closing of the business combination, changing the post-combinations company name to Hyliion Holdings Corp. Again, this is just something that has to be done. Then we have things like the New York Stock Exchange proposal, the 2020 plan proposal, the director election proposal. So I mean, you don't necessarily have to worry too much about these things. It is worth giving them a little read, especially if you are going to be at the shareholder meeting. But it is essentially carved out in stone right now, people. This merger is happening very, very soon. Now the next thing I want to speak about is our recent price action, because it has been absolutely insane. No arguing that fact. I made this video August 24th. You can see here that as of making this video, they were at $29.91 a share. It was actually that day that they went on a 33+% run to the upside, and they haven't slowed down ever since. They're up nearly 80% since that video was made only about 2 weeks ago. Now in this video I essentially said that in the short term I expect Hyliion to get anywhere from $50 to $70 a share. And in this video a lot of people agreed with my price targets. There was some people who thought I was being, you know, too optimistic. Some people thought I was actually being too pessimistic. Now after seeing what has happened lately, okay, and let's keep in mind there's been more good news since then as well. I mean, we're already at the lower end of what my price target was. We're in the $50. We were up above $55. So do I now think that we could clear $70 a share? In all honesty, I do. If we go ahead and look at their volume, okay, volume is the highest it's been since literally the first couple of days that the merger was announced. I mean, yesterday we had 10 million shares of volume. You can see that the spikes are getting more and more often right here. And I mean, it's holding up pretty strong. And as I said, yesterday was a great day, up 5.86%. But I think it should have gone up more. And this is kind of similar to what I said in my workhorse video last week. We had gotten loads of good news, but since the broader market was selling off, we didn't get to go up. And I mean, since that video on Friday, look what happened with Workhorse. We were up as much as 34%. We're still up over 24%. We're up over 5% pre-market, because now a lot of people have realized the good news and they're buying back in. Because now a lot of people have realized that good news. You know, they've had time to cool off. They don't have to worry about their whole portfolio going to the ground, and people bought more shares. I think we could see another similar move from Hyliion, in all honesty. And I mean, we've already seen the crazy days that Hyliion can have. I mean, this company likes to move 15% just for fun. You know, they don't even really, they just want to do it for fun. At the rate we've been going at lately, guys, I honestly would not be surprised if we hit the higher end of my price target before the merger even happens. I mean, in my opinion, going up 20% over the rest of this month is a very real possibility for this company. And I think I'm actually underestimating what could potentially happen here as well. Now, on the other hand, there's already been so much hype, and we haven't seen too many people run away with profits. So who knows, some people might just get happy with their profits and sell out. Me, for example, as I said, I have a $20.98 cost basis. I mean, I'm up big, I'm very happy. I do also want to hold this company for a considerably long time though, so there's no chance I'll be selling out before the merger at the very least. But I did just want to bring up my price targets because I mean, they're going up. Just as Hyliion is going up parabolically, my price targets are to an extent. So the higher end of my price targets have been about $90, and again, who knows what could happen at this rate, people. It wouldn't be out of the realms of possibility by any means whatsoever. I just think we're in such a good position at this stage, people. One more thing I want to speak about quickly in regards to Hyliion's price action is this immense move up, okay, has all been happening while the market has been in shambles. So we're up 164% on the month. Beautiful. Tesla, after their massive crash, is up 16%. Workhorse, my baby, is actually doing fantastic, up 40%. Even Neo's only up 20%. So straight off the bat, in regards to EV, Hyliion is destroying absolutely anything that you could find. Now let's talk about the S&P 500, which is down nearly 8% on the month. I mean guys, this last week or so has been the worst we've seen in a considerable period of time, and it's been the best week for Hyliion. The Nasdaq down 1% on the month as well. The Dow Jones is down 1% on the month. And again, please just let me remind you, Hyliion is up 165%. Look at the overall market yesterday. I mean, there is red nearly everywhere. And I mean, there's big red as well. Apple down 6.73%, Microsoft over 5, Facebook and Google about 4, Amazon, everything was red, and Hyliion went up nearly 6%. Look on the 1 month chart, again, nearly everything is in the red massively, except for some maybe consumer cyclicals, some of the smaller ones in there. Some utilities had an okay time, even some banks had an okay time. But I mean, look at all of the red people. And in the meantime, Hyliion's up 33%. If Hyliion can do this in the worst times we've seen in the market since pretty much March, imagine what they can do if we start to see the market moving back up, which is what we're seeing today. Tesla for one, up over 7% pre-market, and I am recording this about 4 hours before the market opens, so of course anything could happen. But we all know at this stage, Tesla moves the broader EV market. There's no two ways about it. So if we see Tesla with a massive green day, I'm going to be very surprised if Hyliion doesn't end up doing much better than 1.84%. And if we see the whole broader market in the green, especially the Nasdaq, up 1.75%, I mean guys, Hyliion's set. So guys, very quick recap. The vote for the merger to go through is happening in literally less than 3 weeks as of today. After that, the merger should go through within a week. In less than 4 weeks, in less than 28 days, the merger should have gone through. In far less than that, in fact. That merger is our big juicy catalyst. That is what we are waiting for. And guys, keep in mind that once this company goes public, they have to do a lot more SEC filings. I've said this in previous videos. There could be a lot going on behind the scenes that we don't know about because they don't have to disclose that information. There could be more contracts, there could be more products, there could be lots more going on behind the scenes that we shareholders don't know yet. But as soon as they go public, we will find out. Now, one more question I'm constantly getting asked, especially in my private Discord, is do I think it's too late to buy this company? And the short and sweet answer is no. I mean, my short-term price target on this company was $50 to $70, and on the upper range, I even thought maybe as high as $90 or so if everything goes perfectly. I mean, $90 still is offering an immense upside. And guys, that is my short term. That is literally within the next 4 to 6 weeks. When we speak about long term, if we're going to speak about 4 to 5 years down the line, right now our revenue is essentially nothing. Next year we could see 1300% growth. The year after is when things start to get real for this company. 4200% growth, revenue of 344 million. Then by the year 2024, we could be bringing in billions worth of revenue every single year. And as well guys, that only reflects a 2.2% of a $94 billion plus annual addressable market. By 2024, I would expect that to be a bigger market in the first place. And I also at this rate expect Hyliion to have more than 2.2% ownership in their respective markets. I mean, compare that 2+ billion in less than 4 years time to the 1 million of 2020, or even the 8 million of 2021. Compare 300 units sold 2021 to 34,500 units sold 2024. I don't even want to put price targets on it, but I mean, I think what we will look back and think, oh, I was afraid to buy at $50 a share. I was ridiculous. In all honesty, I am considering buying more of this company right now at these current prices, and considering my cost basis is $20.98, that should speak for itself. I'm willing to hurt my cost basis that much because I believe in the company that much. So guys, I think in a time like this is when you really have to be able to take a step back and, know what kind of investor you are. Remember all of the due diligence you've done, okay? Remember all of the SEC filings you've read through. Remember the investor presentation. Remember all of the research you did into electric vehicles in general. Remember all of my YouTube videos that you watched. Remember why you invested in this company in the first place. Whether you decided to invest in them because you thought that in 5 years they're going to be a massive company and the shares are going to be worth $500, or did you invest because you wanted a quick 50% gain and to run? When there's decent money on the table, okay, and when people are up 100%, some people will be afraid. I know it's weird to say that, but some people will get afraid when they're up so much. They get afraid that it's going to come crashing back down. Just please remember all of the research you've done, and please remember that just because a company's gone up 100%, doesn't mean that it can't go up another 1000%. A lot of people tend to think that when a company goes up a lot in a short period of time, it ultimately has to go back down to zero, and that really isn't the case. We're Hyliion right now, know what kind of investor you are, know how long you want to hold this company, and just believe in your particular analysis. I for one know that I'm holding, you know what I mean? I think that this company has immense potential in the future. When I started looking into them, I didn't look into them as a swing trade. I didn't look into them as I was going to buy them low and sell them when the merger happened. I looked into them as a company, which I hope is what a lot of you guys will have done as well. But anyway guys, that's what I have to say on Hyliion today. That is it for the video. I do hope that you enjoyed. So guys, some really exciting stuff is going on with Hyliion right now. I for one, as an investor, am absolutely buzzing for the future of this company, and I think it's going to be a really exciting few weeks. I mean, there's not many companies that move the way Hyliion does. Remember that day last week, we saw us down 18% and we actually closed in the green. I mean, when does that happen, guys? But anyway, if you have watched until the end of the video, I do really appreciate your time. You are helping me out so much, and as always, you, my friend, are a true legend. If you did enjoy, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button if you haven't yet? Comment down below and subscribe if you're new around here, because that all helps me out so much, people. And I want to make you aware that my Discord group is now live if you want to get involved. We have buy and sell alerts, we have ticker symbols I'm watching, we have a community of over 700 investors who are talking stocks all day, every day. If you want to get involved in that, people, hit the first link in my description and sign up to become a patron. You will also be directly supporting me. But anyway guys, I appreciate your time. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. I will see you for the next video. Peace.